Today we wanted to show and review an AEG that I bought a while ago. So first, what is an AEG? AEG is an acronym for an automatic electronic gun. This is a so-called toy used to play Airsoft. Then, quickly, we can go back to business, but first, Airsoft, by definition, is a competitive team shooting game in which participants eliminate opposing players by tagging them out of play with spherical plastic projectiles launched by a replica air weapons called Airsoft guns. Now let's go back the replica that I wanted to review today. From the outside, the box that it comes in looks quite nice. At the front, we can see the name of the brand, the replica code name, and what does it include in the box. As we can see here, we got an extra mag, but unfortunately that does not come with a battery. And this is a flaw, because we'll have to buy one on your own. Now moving on to the back of the box. There's written some information about the history about the brand and their commitment to Airsoft community, etc, etc. Also the availability around the world. At the end, it's worth mentioning that the box handle, so that it can be used as a carrying case for the replica, and that's a huge advantage. So, moving on, let's open the box using the latches located in the front, I suppose, and we'll see what we have inside. After opening the box, the first thing we can see is, of course, the paperwork. As always, the products come with some kind of manual, as shown there, to be precise, 2 manuals, a longer one, international in English, Spanish, French and Japanese, and also a shorter one in Polish. This is a good but also bad sign. It's good because the consumer gets the instruction in their native language. But on the other hand, the instruction in Polish is quite general, not made by the producer of the replica. If I were to indicate all the flaws of the product, that could be one of them, but it isn't a problem for me, so I won't bother about it. The next thing we see as product catalog, we're gonna skip that. I'm gonna leave the rifle replica as the last element, so now we can proceed to the included magazine. It comes with a well-made so-called high cap for high capacity magazine. It can store approximately 400 rounds, and that's a lot. I quite like it because through my use of it, it never jammed on me and it worked quite nice. But it is big and it also can be heavy when it is fully loaded, so after a while I switched to a lower capacity magazine going to the games while playing. It also makes a lot of noise when moving with it attached to the rifle. It can betray your position in a game. Another thing, last one, before the replica itself, is a cleaning rod. I've got it here under the rifle. I don't have much to say about it, because I have yet to use it, but it seems quite nice. You can mount a piece of cloth on the end to clean the barrel of your replica, for example. So now we come to the thing that it is all about, the rifle replica, the automatic electronic gun. The first thing that catches your eye is a red cap. It is there to protect the barrel of the replica when it's not used. Generally speaking, the replica is nicely made, of good quality. It has some nice weight to it, giving it a very good feeling when carrying. Let's go through each piece of the rifle to specify the quality and looks of each of them. First, the buttstock, the outer part that comes with contact with user's shoulder. It is made out of plastic and rubber, feels secure, well mounted. Doesn't have nearly any wobble. The core of the buttstock, the rail, is made of metal. That adds some durability and is a bit advantage. Next, so-called upper and lower receiver, simply the main body of the replica. It's made out of some kind synthetic material, but also is, from my experience, very durable. Here, the magazine can be inserted. We have the hand grip, handle, the trigger. The trigger grip feels quite nice, strong, but also responsive. Then the last piece, the next part, is the handguard. It is covered in rail hook holes, but also has a nice little rough surface, so that you get a nice grip. But also these holes can be used to... And also these holes that I mentioned early enable you to hook some accessories. That's a huge advantage. Last piece is that you can see at the other is a threaded nozzle that has dummy plastic muzzle suppressor on a threaded barrel, as I said before. We can unscrew it. It's a little bit tight, I can say that. But after unscrew it, we see the thread, and we can screw it back together later. Overall, the rifle replica served me well for over 2.5 years already. It didn't see as much action as I would like to because of lack of time, but in the end it worked perfectly every time, and I don't have much negative to say about it. Final grading, 8 out of 10.